If you can plug in a TV, you can build a solar charging station. And if you're a church, you should. As a person of faith, I care about climate change because everyone is impacted by it, everyone near and far, and Jesus makes it very clear we are to love our neighbors, and everyone's our neighbor. Climate change brings about more severe natural disasters, which can mean longer power outages. This means a limited power supply for medical equipment for some of the most marginalized. Not to mention, everyone's phone needs recharged. A solar powered charging station in an emergency can help with communication and can actually save lives. All you need is a power station, which you can buy as a unit, a solar panel or two, connecting cables that normally come with the power station, and optionally something to move them with. I chose a bike trailer. The first thing you will do is select a power station. The important thing to note on a power station that you're looking at buying includes the amount of power you can store, the amount of power you can input, and the amount of power you can output. The amount of power you store is watt hours, abbreviated WH. The larger the number, the more power the station can store. For this unit, we have 448 watt hours, which means for our Easter sunrise service, we could have powered the keyboard and amp for over 13 hours. Thankfully, the service was only about 45 minutes. Put another way, this is enough capacity to charge over 45 cell phones from 0% to 100%. The amount of power you can output at a time will be listed on the unit. For us, the maximum output is 700 watts. And if we were to output this amount of power, the station would only run for about 40 or so minutes before needing recharged. Our 700 watts isn't enough to power a microwave or big appliances that need a lot of power all at once, but would be enough to power most medical equipment for several hours. You then consider the input. Input is how you store power in the unit, for us mainly with solar. Our model can also be charged from a standard US wall outlet or a car's cigarette lighter. From a wall outlet, our unit would charge in under 2 hours. Once you have that information and you've selected your power station, it's on to selecting your solar panels. To do this, you need to know the solar input rating on your selected power station. Each unit will have a maximum wattage rating, a voltage rating, and a maximum amperage. This is where things can get a bit confusing. Let's stay simple for this video and assume you only have one panel. For multiple panel setups, you can find a ton of YouTube videos explaining putting solar panels into either series or parallel and how to do that math and make sure your power station can handle it. What's important, however, for a single panel setup is to make sure that your voltage from your solar panel falls within the range of your power station. For us, our solar panels are 18 volts, and the power station can take 12 to 28 volts. The amperage output from your solar panel needs to be lower than the listed input amperage on the power station. Ours can take about 8.5 amps, and our solar panel's amperage is lower than that. And then finally, your wattage of your solar panel needs to be at or below the listed wattage on your power station. If you can, purchasing a solar panel with the listed wattage of the power station will charge it the quickest. Ensure you have been provided connecting cables with either the panels or the power station, and choose something to move around the setup if you'd like. If not, you can just haul the pieces. Then, place an order for the supplies. Once you have everything out of their packaging, take it outside. From there, it's really as simple as plug and play. This is going to take you less than 5 minutes. Connect your solar panel with the provided cable to the power station. There's only one way that it can connect to all the different pieces, so you don't have to worry about getting it wrong. Follow the instructions for your power station, of course, but if you're outside, it'll likely start charging without you needing to do anything. The sun is at a different angle from the Earth depending on the time of the year and your position on the surface of the Earth. For the maximum solar panel output, the panel needs to be perpendicular to the sun's angle to the Earth. You don't need any tools to figure this out. Just adjust the panel's angle and see what output rating is saying on the power station's display. Prop it up at the angle that gives you the highest output, and that's it. If it's not a fully sunny day, you won't get the panel's full rated output. This panel is rated for 100 watts, but with it being extremely overcast, we're getting only about 10% of what it could do with the sun fully out. When the power grid is down, this is still better than nothing, however, and the sun always does come out again. It is a good idea to make sure to charge this before any major storms are coming through your area to make certain that you're set to go with 100%. And now, that's about it. This would be a great project to do as an individual, as a church youth group, a church property committee, a women or men's group, or even as a public library or a mutual aid group. Everyone I love lives on the earth, and if we can use renewable energy to not only mitigate climate change, but also to care for those experiencing its effects, that's a double win. That's how we care gently for God's creation, a creation that includes you and me.